What a long way, but we can make it right. On the way we never feel.
Yes, I walk this way. Come together. Let's try make this thing right. It's all about good motivation. It's all about pulling people together. It's all about showing love to each other. Walk this way. Joining us live right now from Germany is TriXstar. TriXstar, greetings, TriXstar.
Greetings. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad you could join us this afternoon. So first things first, walk this way. Tell me about this track because it's more relevant than even the many years you've released it. Still, since it's 2021, it seems to be more and more relevant. Talk to me about this track. What was the thought process behind it? What motivated it? Some of the inspiration around that were moving around you when you created this track.
Yes, of course. When I get the rhythm from a Jamaican producer that I know also over Felix from Boom Rush, who do my management. And I really liked the rhythm, and I was vibing on it for so couple of days. And that time I was working in a youth education center. And in that year, we got a lot of people coming to Germany, a lot of refugees reached Germany, and I was in that work to help them, build their life here. And that was a vibe that I catch, because when people work together and help each other and support each other, everybody could have a good life. And so that made me to sing the song Walk This Way.
All right. From Walk This Way, one will get a vibe that you're from the Caribbean. One will say you're a German, and also when you talk about the refugees, what's the collaboration, or what is the connection between you and the work you're doing with the refugee? And maybe you could tell us a little bit of your background, musical background, where you come from, how it all started.
Yes, I was born in Iran. When I was a little baby, I think I was nearly 1 year old. My parents was also refugees. There was political refugees flee from Iran. So I grew up in Germany, and I don't know where or how or why, but I always was connected to Black music, to Black culture. I had friends that came from Africa. When it was to buy dolls about the Black one, and I don't know why, I always was feeling home in that culture. And so over the musical genre that I touched, from hip hop, Black music, soul, drum and bass, jungle, finally I reached on the Caribbean in the island Jamaica. So I do reggae and dancehall now.
Yeah, so how was the whole reception into the reggae industry? Because you tried other music, hip hop, you tried being an MC, and finally you decided to land on reggae. How was the whole reception, and how was some of the first track which you did with Bass Runner and Aire Vibration? What was the whole connection, and how did the acceptance came to be?
I mean, it was a long way, because before I was just trying to find myself. So when I hear a jungle song, when I try to be an MC, I totally fall in love with the way how they rap, the chatting, what they do in dancehall. So that was the first time that I found a music where I feel at home, and I was sure this is the direction to go. And on that way, it was not easy, especially here in Germany, because I'm the Persian girl living in Germany. I'm doing reggae. So everybody say over here that my accent is not good and I should not try it in the international market. But I always have my own mind, and at least I make music in first case for myself to express my feelings and thoughts. So I never gave up, and I'm really grateful, because the first time that I touched the island, when I've been to Jamaica for the first time, I get so much love and support, especially for my style, especially for my accent. And since that, nobody can keep me away from reggae music. It's totally mine.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned it, that so many artists always think that music is just the way to express. They want love from the people. But you've mentioned that this is your way to communicate your love and express yourself so that people could understand you. So maybe you could share with us, how did the whole connection with Boom Rush came in, and how was working with Boom Rush enable you to prosper and enhance your style and your vocals and your music?
I mean, it was also a long journey. Before you was speaking about Bass Runner, that was the very first label where I work with. And after the first releases that I have, professional and official, I get a connection to Boom Rush. That time they linked me up with the Dark Fader rhythm and let me be a part on that selection, the song named New Era. And from that time, Felix was always a friend. And when I had ideas or want to do something, when I have plans, I always was speaking with him about it. So later then it was not a big question if he should do my management or not. And yeah, over that last 2 years where we work really close as a team together, we build up a lot of nice things, and especially we came to the EP right now that we produced together with the young artist from Berlin, John Moon, my records. And yeah, I'm really grateful for everybody that put in so much love into my music.
Okay. So first, before we get to talk about this new EP, your connection, your workings with Boom Rush has been great. I think from your first release of your first EP, New Era, in 2012, and your second EP, Dear 2020, it feels like it's more of another New Era Part 2, and also from the album which you did, TriXstar. So my question is, with this new album, what really motivated you to release the album first? Then just few. This is when Corona was starting, and just few months then you started working on the EP. Did you see that it was a little bit of a lot of work, or what was the whole motivation behind that?
The motivation was to keep it running. I mean, when we started this working together on the project TriXstar, we brought out the album #TriXstars, and then we want to make an album tour for that. So we fly to Jamaica, and we was able to have a wonderful tour start over there in Jamaica. And we had a lot of opportunities for Germany. I was really excited about the great feedback that we get. And it's my first album, so after 10 years stage anniversary, it was time for that. And when we was in Jamaica, the whole pandemic situation started, and all the bookings was cancelled because of all situation. And when we came back home, we know that this year will be no festivals, there will be no shows. So then we always was changing our plans. And in the first pandemic, we came up with the idea to give away the vocals, the acapellas from my song, and make some DJs and producers maybe do some remixes, and hopefully there will be one good thing to release. But at the end, we get over 39 songs and we release them. And the whole time we just try to hold the vibe and keep pushing it and promoting. And it was difficult because the pandemic went longer and longer, and in the year happened so much for me, so I had really some things to say. And when the connection with Youthman Records come up and he gave me the rhythms, I just start to write my soul off on them. And yeah, so we thought, all right, for next year, just in case that there will be a festival season and everything will be normal, we are ready. We have a new city, we have a new project, and can go for it. So it was not planned, and it was not really hard because it flows naturally somehow.
All right. Much hasn't changed since Corona came in, and I understand you from coming to Jamaica. You had some tours in Europe which got cancelled because of that. So, what bite has Corona have on you, and how have you tried to cope up with COVID? Since previously you were doing other events, you have been doing Reggae Jam, Reggae Jill, and many other events you have been part of. But right now there's no event really happening. What has been your plan about this, and how are you trying to cope up with COVID right now?
It's like almost the same plan. Just be ready. Whenever something come in, just be ready. Last year, I was really grateful. I was allowed to be the opener on the Reggae Jam. I was playing on Colors of Beat and Reggae and Wolf. At least there was 2 venues where I was allowed to perform on the pandemic. And I have the same hope for this year. I mean, the offers come in, people ask if I'm time, and if I would travel and all that because of the pandemic. And as long as the offers come in, I'm grateful that people try to make chances for festivals and shows, and also gave me a chance to be part of it. But I'm waiting till it's close to that to really know if it's happened or not. At least we have no other choice than we can be lazy and wait until it's over, or work hard and try to be ready whenever there is something to do. We can just be there and be on point.
All right.
So that is with the main mission.
All right. So before I hand over to my DJ, also to ask you about this new EP, my last question will be, since are you planning any live streaming concert to your fans, or people should just wait for the any event to be opened?
I really thinking about it, but since I'm not able to play an instrument and my band is all over Germany and the pandemic situation, this is not easy. And for me, it's important, if I do a live stream show, it must be perfect. So we are still working on it. I cannot promise if there will be some or not, but I can promise you we're working to make sure that you get the music in a live way. And for the summer, we will see. If there will be a festival, you will see me live, you have the chance, and if not, maybe we could make something. But I can't promise it right now.
Okay, all right.
You know how it is.
All right, so let me hand over to my DJ to ask one question and probably touch something from this new EP.
I think I was planning for my people who are watching right
Mike.
now. You have the best vocal power right now. You have the. I was planning for my people right now, and you have the best vocal power. Even when you're talking, you're really commanding the music world.
That's so
I really
awesome.
like that.
Is it? I say Asante. Is it right?
Yeah,
Asante,
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I think to my people, we're gonna listen on way. You're gonna perform to us maybe,